to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Cloud9's turn to ban. LFY's turn to pick. Cloud9's turn to pick.
Earth Spirit.
Hello and welcome back to game number 2 of Cloud9 versus LFY. You're watching the International 7 or 2017, if you will, Group B. And LFY is undefeated still. Cloud9 lost the first game,
remaining.
and they're looking to get an extra point on board because they need them. They are 1-6 right now.
They're looking to lose again.
So I'm sitting over here with Synerds, and yeah, we're gonna see if Cloud9 can change their fate. It's not gonna be easy though. LFY has shown that they are arguably one of the strongest, if not the strongest team so far.
Yeah, they're 9-0, and going 9-0, maybe they haven't played all of the strongest teams just yet in their group, but they've played some, and they have looked so good. The last game was no such. This is a team that I would be shocked if it's already guaranteed top 4. I think the winner bracket should be secured with 9 wins, right? They could get, what's the worst score they can get?
Well, you're playing. You have 9 teams in a group, 8 opponents, 16 games.
So they could get 9-7.
10
So they can get 9-7
if they lose out now.
Yes.
Which I think would still be enough for 4th, but I don't think that's the score they're going to get. So this is a team we will be seeing in the winner bracket, well deserved, more or less. I'll almost guarantee that now that we will be seeing them in the winner bracket. Something really.
I mean, statistically, it's probably still possible for them to just miss out, but realistically speaking,
10 seconds
they're good enough.
Cloud9, however, they're not fighting for their lives, but they need to find some momentum and they need to get some wins. Because at this current point, they could actually end bottom of their group, and then they're out. And this is a team that, you know, all the teams going to this tournament are obviously have high hopes and are hoping to go far, and maybe a lot of them are expecting to place at least top whatever. But the absolute thing that everyone wants to avoid as a bare minimum is to not get to play on stage. You really want to avoid that. So every win counts a lot. The bottom of the group right now, I think, is like 1-5, 1-5, 1-6 or something like that. So
Hellraisers and DC are the other 2 teams with Cloud9. They're in the same boat.
So just a couple of wins can take you far. As long as you get to the main event, then you're playing like these deadly best of ones, but at least you have a chance to fight for placements. And then at the end of the day, if you don't make that, then it wasn't your tournament. It looks like it could be LFY's tournament this time, or at least they will go far. So Cloud9, similar opening, actually the same one last time. Sand King Silencer, different draft order though. The first pick this time was with LFY, who took the Earth Spirit. And then their Death Prophet again. So.
What do you make of the Arc Warden ban?
I don't actually know what LFY are doing with their bans this game. The Bounty Hunter and the Arc Warden ban stand out as pretty strange. This can either be because they have some intel on a specific Cloud9 strategy that they're expecting they would run, or that they are trying to plant a seed for later in the tournament, trying to be a bit less predictable with their ban patterns or something like that to mislead future opponents, feeling very confident. Could be the case.
So you're saying they might be feeling confident enough to take the second game off of Cloud9 and therefore not playing as crisp as they otherwise would.
I mean, I think they're going to play really well. That's not the and they're picking comfort picks already with Earth Spirit and Death Prophet. But maybe they just, you know, they're mixing things up a bit in the bans, maybe to get to play against some different heroes. I think they're very confident that they're going to win this game. I think they have the reason to be. That doesn't mean you get overconfident and cocky and just start picking bad heroes and giving away really good heroes. As long as their lineup makes sense in their optic and it's good against the opponent,
10 seconds
I think they're the clear favorites. And that to do that, you can ban a lot of different things and still have a good lineup for yourself. There's the Drow ban, however. That's a ban they did the last game as well, so this makes sense to me. that they get rid of that. I cannot explain you why they're banning the Arc Warden. I don't know.
No, Bounty Hunter was played by AOI earlier this tournament already, but this is also the first time that there's an Earth Spirit on the side of
10
LFY.
seconds
They
remaining.
could be banning the Arc because it's good against Earth mid. But Arc Warden is
5
played
seconds
safe, I think,
remaining.
in pro games. I was just thinking, like, what is the reason? What have LFY done differently in this game that would make them want to ban an Arc Warden that I think Cloud9 hasn't even played?
Yeah.
And the only thing that comes to mind is if it were to be a mid-arc, then maybe that's annoying for Earth Spirit, because if he rolls in, he can get slowed up and counter-killed. But there's so many heroes for that.
LFY's turn to
I just flat out don't know.
All right.
Here's Alina. That's a hero Fata has played
Comfort hero for him.
previously. Could also technically be a support Lina together with the support Sanking, and then the Silencer could be a core. So still options available for Cloud9 in that regard.
10
guess so.
seconds remaining.
I just think, Fada will probably play Lina though. Like,
Most likely.
yeah.
5 seconds
It's just
remaining.
it's nice when you open your draft like this that you have the option to swap if necessary. If they, let's say this Lina core gets ultra counterpicked, then they have options to move it around if they think that's a better choice. A hero that I think could be very interesting for LFY in this game would be Oracle. I don't know if they've played it yet, but would be a nice pickup. The only problem he has is Silencer.
did.
They did?
Yeah, they played it twice.
Okay. It's a good hero for DDC's playstyle. I think he's a great type of player to play Oracle on. He's very good at positioning and playing defensive supports. His Dazzle is very
Superb.
very known and proven. And the reason I like Oracle in this game is that you could double the heals of Death Prophet. You can put Fate's Edict on this hero. It's very powerful because Death Prophet has so little power in her right clicks, and all of her true strength lies in her spell casting. And then, yeah, the Fate's Edict counters out the damage from Lina and Sand King very well. They're going to go for the alternative, though. So there is going to be the DDC Dazzle, which is also totally fine. Similar logic. You keep Death Prophet safe and sound with the Grave, and then she gets to get her
10
Soul Siphon,
seconds
her Spirit
remaining.
Siphons off, and heal back up. And you give her a lot of armor with...
5 seconds
So.
remaining.
Yeah,
Great
just gotta be
combination.
careful about the silence.
Yes, the global silence is going to be very important this game.
Turn to
Enchantress.
Hey, it's an Enchantress.
Change of pace here for Cloud9.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is going to be offlane or support. I kind of hope in this game that it's support just because of how good it is against the Earth Spirit and Dazzle.
Isn't it one of them?
10
His
seconds
signature heroes
remaining.
used to be.
It has been, at least. He's played it before, I'm sure.
5
What I
seconds
like about
remaining.
Enchantress is if you play it offlane, it's very good if the core matchup is good. If Ench is against a hero that can't hit her, then she's just going to win the lane on her own if it's a one-on-one. And what I like about the support Ench is if both of the supports are bad at killing the creeps or controlling them, like say you have no Crystal Maiden or no Doom or no Witch Doctor Cask or something like that, a support Ench can destroy the map. We saw it earlier today in one of the games with, I believe, who was playing Enchantress earlier in the game I cast. Let me just quickly check that. I think it was Zai from EG that played
Right.
against Empire, and they were destroying the lanes with this Enchantress early on. I think it's a very powerful pick in that sense for Cloud9. I really like it just theoretically, this choice of hero. And then we'll just see how they place it in their strategy.
Because the support duo for LFY is already clear. You got an Earth Spirit
Exactly.
and a Dazzle.
They will not play other roles. Technically, you can put Earth Spirit off lane, but I really don't think they're going to do that. I also
Yeah.
don't think it's an inflame hero.
No.
They're taking a lot of time here. I
Cloud9's
think they're a
turn
bit
to bed.
intimidated by the idea of this Enchantress.
Core Monkey King?
Yep. That looks to be the case. All right, here
Would
we go.
that be an off lane or a safe lane? I don't know why, like... Because it can be either, right?
It can be, yeah.
10 seconds
Which one do you
remaining.
like better? Because it is both not really done that often. It's
I-
both
5
unusual.
seconds
I don't
remaining.
like the Monkey King being a lone top, I think.
Okay.
He shouldn't be solo, or bottom, that is, they're dire. I don't think he should be solo off lane this game. So either they can play him with help from Dazzle or from Earth Spirit, or they try to play him in the safe lane position.
As we've seen though, LFY really
Interesting.
likes that their support can rotate. So leaving their cores alone is something
Yeah.
that they very frequently do.
If they want to do that, I think they should put the Monkey King safe lane. He has a lot of good matchups in the safe lane. I don't think he wins against Enchantress, though. That, in theory, for me, that is a very Enchantress favored matchup. Monkey King is all about right clicks, and he can't get them
turn to
in.
ban.
So
Yeah.
it's a rather strange pick for me, this Monkey King.
LFY's turn to
Lifestealer and
pick.
Anti-Mage bands coming out, and that is the last pick here for LFY. Should reveal what their plans are for Monkey King. I have no clue what direction they're going with this draft now. This Monkey King pick is very, very different from...
And out of the 9 games they've played so far, Monkey King has not been picked. So this is the
10
first showing of
seconds
that.
remaining. Cloud9's turn to pick.
And it will be Clockwork.
All right.
So that's a safe lane Monkey.
More or less guaranteed safe lane Monkey King here for Monet. Interesting. I think the hero has a place as a core, but it's very important for Monkey King as a core to get farm. That's why I'm not that big a fan of the offlane role for the hero, because if you fall behind...
10 seconds remaining.
Your contribution to the fight is the same as that of a support Monkey King, basically.
5 seconds remaining.
Getting fast levels on this hero can be nice, but in this game, the matchups it has aren't good enough to warrant putting it offlane and hoping to get a core impact from
You
that.
may now select your
Phantom
heroes.
Lancer last pick.
So if you're LFY, you're gonna get ganks with Monet's Monkey King, and then if that's successful, then you push the tower with Super. Right? That's a little bit like the game plan around this.
The logic is definitely that the Clockwork, Earth Spirit, and Monkey King can combine and find kills pretty easily. And then, because of the synergy these heroes have in pairs, they can do the similar thing to last game, where there's like a gank squad and a push squad at the same time. That might be what they're looking to do here. But maybe... So how's this lane gonna go? It is indeed an AUI Enchantress, by the way. So
yes.
This will be an MSS offlane Sand-King. That Sand-King looks huge in this perspective, by the way. It's like very fearsome. I think this is a Monkey King favored lane, which is very rare because Sand King wins against almost every melee hero, but Monkey King is so strong in melee matchups as well. So that could be something they were expecting when they saw the picks, that MSS would be playing that Sand King, and could be part of the reasoning for the Monkey King pickup here. It's a pretty good PL game, though. And similar to last game, I don't think Cloud9's draft necessarily has problems later on if things go well. They just need to get off to a better start. It's simply, they can't have this deficit of 15 minutes again.
So pressure on AY.
Pressure on AOI in a sense, but I think this time, in a way, maybe also a bit pressure off, because they can just play standard lanes and take it a bit easier, maybe.
Patience from
We'll see how it goes. Okay, predictions are in. Team with most Roshan kills. I think LFY are going to win the game, and that they're the stronger team, so I think they're also going to get Roche. Last player to be killed. That is the player who dies last, not in the game, but the first player to get, or last player to get his first death of the game.
Yes.
I think the Death Prophet will possibly not even die this game. That could happen.
But he is going to be a target that's going to get ganked.
He is. Yeah, it's actually pretty difficult to pick this.
Monkey? No, he's very squishy.
It's Carry Monkey King. I'm okay. Let's do Monkey King. That sounds cool. First blood, 0 to 3 minutes. I'm down with that. I think when there's an Enchantress in the game like this and an Earth Spirit, there's going to be a quick kill. Yeah. Team with first barracks, LFY. We're going to go with them. Yeah. Okay. See how much we get.
As well. So Inflame gets scouted out. I really like AOI's Enchantress, by the way. Never mind, wait a second, hold that thought. Roly Bully in from A-Fu. They find themselves the tournament. He can doppelganger to the other side of the trees, though, and he should be okay.
Whoa, what is Inflame doing here?
I'm not sure. Maybe he misclicked on the map. That was a mistake. That was a
nice. First blood did indeed happen 0 to 3 minutes.
Yes, get that prediction right. And Envy gets the kill for that as well. So great start for him. And that was a bit of a giveaway, perhaps, but...
Wow, you can still predict it, guys. If you didn't check that, you can still predict 0 to 3. The predictions end now, so that's your free point of the game.
Patience from Zoe.
Nice one.
That's funny. I honestly have no idea what happened to Inflame there. He just kept running in. Not sure what he was expecting there. But nice first blood for Cloud9, as you said. And it went the way of Envy, so good head start for him. He's going to get his poor man, and probably work toward a fast ring of Aquila, I would imagine, for this type of lane.
Oh, what do you make of this sentry? Is it blocking things?
It's blocking the south camp, not the north one. And AUI gets a centaur, which is pretty decent.
That was very good, actually.
Patience from Zoe.
And he might smoke straight away and try to make a play top with the Sand King here.
Yeah, he's got it in his infantry already. AY, of course, used to be known for his Chen.
Yep.
And Enchantress is a surrogate Chen. He finds himself an Earth Spirit, though. Can't really rotate for mid right now, at least not as a surprise. And we have also got a Dazzle coming to help Apu, who's able to roll back in to the help of DDC. AY is just fine in terms of health, though. He's not in any danger just yet.
Forcing 2 heroes to come his way is actually very nice for the Sand King. This gave a lot of space to MSS, and because of that, he's gunning a little bit of a level and pressure advantage here in the lane. If Enchantress comes in from the right now, they could get a very good opportunity top. But instead, he's going to go mid with at least this Wild Wing Ripper. It's going to be annoying for Super. And this early stage just already looks a lot smoother for Cloud9.
Yeah, they have a solid plan about how they want to handle this.
Yeah.
And it's working out. So far, so good. And Flame is getting pressured a lot as well, bot lane.
They're winning all 3 lanes right now. Very nicely. Fata is actually destroying mid currently. He is forcing DP to use her salve. He's up 12-4 to 3-0 and is holding the middle lane in the river. So this is very, very different from the previous game for Super. Top lane, Enchantress going in.
Yeah, there's a stun available, but he can't really get a range at DDC. It's too speedy for him. You gotta get that angle right. Needs some Clockwork, gets forced back behind the tower as well, as we have also got AY pressuring Afu. AY is putting in a lot of work. He is still level 1, but he's already been helping out mid. That tornado was massive. Helping out top, making sure that he gets chased down.
Well, Pi might be in trouble here. He wanted to deny the rune, but Clockwork has 20 more Babe's move speed.
Oh, that's a kill for Inflame indeed. Battery Assault right in the meantime on the top lane as well. They go in, they want to go for AY. Oh, that heal, that's so much damage by DDC. MSS does not have a Burrow Strike unless he eats the mango, which he might be forced to do. Nope. Doesn't get the chance for that. Double kill for top lane. For Monet, actually. So that's the core right there. And all of a sudden, 3 kills on the board for LFY across the board, across the map.
Yeah, they're using this heal bomb very nicely with the 2 melee cores running in close. And this is something. It's easy to say afterwards, but this really shouldn't be happening for Cloud9 when they're playing this Enchantress Sand King lane. If they position themselves correctly and bring in the 2 Enchantress creeps first, this moment of opportunity doesn't exist. But done is done. It's a couple of nice kills for LFY. And oh, Pilot Eye is going to get eyes on Afu here. They're just going to force each other away, it looks like.
Yeah.
That's not really how it works. Pi is going to force him away. So they would just be running in opposite directions. That's pretty strange. Don't say stuff like that, Shearer.
Hi, it wasn't me.
This is something we've seen a lot more in this tournament, actually. Soul Ring, just as an item in general, is getting a lot more love. This time it's going to be the Phantom Lancer of Envy picking it up.
Oh, yeah.
It's been so many pickups of this Soul Ring from various roles in the game compared to the past. So
Players. Of course.
Yep.
I guess there's a roll in. He misses the roll.
He could kick Fata into the tower though.
Yeah, oh, he gets a stun off. There's still also a Clockwork though on Fata. He's just trying to get some damage done on Super here, and he gets the kill before he dies as well. Good on him. AOI getting chased down. Can they chase him down far enough? Nah, there's a heal coming out. He should be okay, but I mean, that's worth it for Fata. A lot of rotations, gets the kill before he dies.
Yeah, good timing from AUI to come in from the right at that exact moment. Both teams had the same idea to target mid.
Yeah, that's still being targeted, by the way, at least by LFY. They got Clockwork once again rotating in. I believe they know he's there. They saw him walking with that ward.
They do know for sure. And Pi doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care.
This is really aggressive from LFY. They're basically tower diving here.
Yeah, Afu is already out. He doesn't want to be there anymore. Clockwork stuck on the cogs. Light Strike Array clips him as well. And there's no way out. Mistake. Again.
This is straight disrespect, Sheaver.
Yeah, they are a little bit cocky here, and it's
they don't care for Cloud9.
Well, they should, because they're getting punished for it.
Yep, they are. C9 have some much better movement patterns here, and their farm is also looking very good.
Yep.
The PL and the Lina are having good starts. Enchantress is having a good impact with the movements, and this looks to be a completely different game already at this rate.
Yeah.
LFY's lineup will not be as dominant as the last one.
Well, Nick, what do you think? Like Enchantress obviously has been rotating around a lot. At what point should she focus on herself? Because she just got level 3. A little bit behind there on the levels, I feel like, from where she could be, obviously.
She could have a bit more, but I think as long as she's at least on par with the opposing team's supports and is making comparable moves, then it's fine. For now, she's level 3, almost 4, and so are the supports on the dire side, so that's okay. I think looking for a couple of extra plays, especially around the mid area, would be very nice, and then, yeah, after that, probably take a little bit of time in the jungle on her own.
Oh, you gotta be careful. Roll missed again.
Oh, that's a double damage rune.
Yeah, it's being protected. Highlight Eye will guard it for Fata, but Afu just wants to get it. Oh! He forces the double damage roll for Pilot Eye. He pays for it. He didn't get stunned though, but he still dies. I mean,
Do you think
that was risky.
how much if you went to the store and you could buy a double damage rune? How much
Yes.
intelligence would you pay for it?
Structures are fortified.
What would you consider a bargain?
Oh, that was
Dire's
I think
bottom tower
minus
is
2 is
under
market
attack.
price,
pretty good.
and it's going to cost them a tower as well. So
Yeah.
this definitely not worth it for the Earth Spirit to make
No.
that move.
Can they still fight afterwards? I don't.
This tower's gone. So yeah, siege creep is there. It's going to get lanced, forced away, and last it goes to enemy. So
Dire's
Nice,
bottom
more goal
tower
for him.
has
this is
fallen.
a really different game. Like Cloud9 they have the lineup and they have the start that they need to be able to contest LFY, and
Yep.
this would be such a big win for them if they can keep this up, keep this pace up. This is the kind of win that can really propel you into the tournament after you had a rough start. Beating the first place in the group
Like
would be
mentally.
really big. Yeah, it's a big thing to win a game like this. Let's not get ahead of ourselves though. It's not
It's just 7 minutes
in, but I have reason to be a little bit excited for Cloud9 because this looks
This looks good.
like a better Cloud9 that I've seen in the previous games I've cast, and I've cast 3 of their games so far. This is definitely a smoother start with better teamwork and rotations. So looks like they're learning from their mistakes and improving as a team. Always good to see.
Yeah, with all the rotations on bot lane, MSS has been struggling a little bit. He's
Yeah.
level 4 at the moment. He does have the wave pushing into his tower though, so that will help him out a bit for sure. We have got Afu sitting bottom, waiting for the right opportunity. He has got Clockwork, but Clockwork is still level 5. I think he wants to have Clockwork level 6 before he does anything.
Even then, it can be dangerous. They have no kill potential on the Phantom Lancer. Oh, actually, they're just gonna go.
Oh yeah, he's gonna teleport out. That's the only way to do that. He knew he was gonna be not in a happy place.
Nice read here from Fata as well. He was going toward the Arcane Rune bottom, but he saw that the Earth Spirit was coming in, and then he didn't even try to contest because Earth Spirit and DP were gonna connect together and get that kill. More than likely.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they're already ahead. They know they are ahead, so they can just focus on getting a bit more out of the map at this point. So they get some farm on the Enchantress. You see AY just mostly focusing on the jungle, perhaps soon rotating again out of these level 4.5. You get MSS focusing a bit more with this the waves pushing in, so they can just relax. They can chill.
Yep.
There's no pressure. Pressure is a little bit on LFY, and perhaps more specifically on Afu, who is got well, he's still pressuring bottom. He wants to pressure bottom, but he's trying to maybe soak some experience.
He's got to get out of there now.
Go to the store, just do some shop.
Didn't really
Radiant's
mention
middle
before this
tower
game
is
started,
under
but in
attack.
my mind, this guy is a top 3 player in the world on this hero.
Afu on the Earth
Some of the
Spirit?
plays I've seen from this guy on this hero is absolutely incredible.
Alright, if you say top 3, then the other 2 are what? Baboka and Jerax?
Jerax is definitely legacy-wise. I don't know right now if he's as good as this guy. This guy might be the best player in the hero right now, but
Right.
you know, when you talk about it just historically, Jerax definitely has to be mentioned on that. And I'm not sure who the third guy would be.
And B rotated for Super. Super gets graved
Grave.
up for the moment. Is there a heal available though? I think he's still gone for tries to do what he can, but he didn't even get the siphon off anymore. The rest of his team is helping out though. They managed to take down Fada. Can they get more is the question. They back off. Afu, he is not able to back off. He's got a fairy fire and a couple of stick charges, and he's not using them at all, so he is
He would have died anyway. There's
Yeah.
stick plus lance from Envy actually available. But all right, 2 for 1.
Yeah.
Another successful move from Cloud9. They lost a little bit of gold advantage though over the last little bit of time here, and I think it's mainly just the top lane where Monet is gaining so much on the sand.
Yeah, at what point are we gonna see Monkey actually do monkey things?
I don't know. He's currently buying Battle Fury. Don't do this in your pubs.
Oh, please! They're just gonna give Odie picks what he wants. He battles Battle Fury in every melee hero he plays.
Yeah, I've seen his stream.
Oy.
I should have closed the stream when he played that, but I didn't. There's something magical about that. Something special you don't see every day.
I mean, I guess special is a word for it.
Yeah.
So what do we think about a Battle Fury Monkey King?
I can't really judge because I really don't know how this hero is played in the safe lane most of the time. It's very uncharacteristic in competitive games, so I'm not sure. I think he's getting it mainly because of the Phantom Lancer to like safeguard against him later and keep the farm up so they surely can't scale as well. Oh, MSS is in trouble here.
Yeah, I guess stun up the silence there as well as Afu. He can roll in if he wants to, but he is gonna let him go.
He could just stone kick him.
Kick him.
Or roll. Yeah, that works as well. But meanwhile, the tower fell. AUI took advantage of that little bit of space that MSS gave him to get that tower. And at the same time, the exorcism mid did not bear too much fruit. They got about half. But Cloud9 still looking very good and looking poised to go mid with this exorcism down.
Yeah, they've been pressuring this mid tower for a little while now. It is costing Envy perhaps a little bit of farm sticking
Dire's
around here
bottom
like that.
tower is under attack.
Having a bit of a standoff.
Yep.
I think it's worth it if they get the tower only. Worth it. Or
Yeah, I think having the PL and the Lina and the lane together right now, as much as they are, is not the right play. I would like to see the Lancer just play either a bit more in his jungle or around the top area, which should be the safest play now.
yeah.
With that top tower gone, if they can get a ward into the Dire jungle, that would be a pretty safe area for him to play in. It looks like it's going to be the other way around, though. They're going to move Fata instead.
Radiant are
And
scanning.
maybe try to find a pick on the Monkey King here. He's currently sitting in a tree, though. He
Double
does
damage.
not see them, I think.
Correct.
So this ward will be planted successfully.
Did they see him jump?
Dire's structures
No, I don't
are
think so.
fortified.
Well, he's on his way middle.
But he's spending a lot of time just hopping around here.
He wants to go for Envy.
Yep. Oh, Envy's actually going to run into him here.
The stun comes in, he jumps forward, he has got the clockwork there as well with the battery assault, the silence is on, and there is no way to hide.
Beautiful kill.
Right.
Taking advantage of Envy using the doppelganger previously.
Let's burn.
And they know his, or well,
Radiant's
either they know or they're
bottom
guessing
tower is
that he
under
has the
attack.
skill build that he does, but this is a level 1 doppelganger, so it's really long cooldown. If that was level 4, he wouldn't have died, he would have had it again. But he went for the 4-1-3 build, which is, I think, pretty unorthodox right now.
Yep. They're diving pretty fast, or they hope that they can dive
Dire's
pretty
top
fast, let's put it that
tower
way,
is under attack.
while the tower gets taken down.
Radiant's middle tower
But it
is
doesn't
under
look like
attack.
Cloud9 is actively defending this.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
MSS has been quite silent as well. He almost got his blink dagger. That will cause some ripples. Hopefully for Cloud9, get some tempo going.
Yeah, tempo is a good word for what they need right now. I feel like they're slowing themselves down a little bit too much. Oh,
Hook shot on the Enchantress, but that's a tricky hero to get there as a clockwork. He has got some help though. Super is there with the silence as well. He's got the magical damage going. The global silence comes out to try and defend AY. It is successful also with the stun there from Fata. But that was a defensive global.
yep.
That's a costly one.
We'll see. The exorcism was used as well, so arguably there's a trade-off there that LFY can't push a tower with this one. And those two abilities more or less overlap in cooldown. Actually, Global's going to be ready before, so might be a little moment of opportunity. Envy finds the Invis rune. Just going to land this down here. Oh, they're actually going for it. Fata will get the kill though.
Yeah, he did place a sentry.
Earth Spirit is on Ench. Will kill him here.
Ooh, yeah, there's no way out for AY. Nice stun. Doesn't save Phantom Lancer anymore though. And Super chases forward for Fata. He's got a shrine to help him out. In the meantime, the Sand King, he's got his Burrow Strike up. Goes for the Monkey King. Monkey King already used his ultimate. He's got to stay in there. He's able to stay in there. But that Sand King was able to kill off
Dire's
the
middle tower
Clockwork.
is under
Super
attack.
looking for more. Pilot Die is very far away though. Teleporting
Radiant's
doesn't
top tower
lie.
is under attack.
He might have actually reached him if he tried.
I think so, but he didn't. I don't think he realized he was that close. Overall, though, that
Radiant's
exchange
bottom
was
tower
favorable
is
for
under
LFY.
attack.
Yep. Got a 1 extra kill and a lot of gold in the Earth Spirit, which is always nice. This hero actually benefits a lot from money, similar to... in some ways, the hero is similar to Sand King and Earthshaker in how it wants to play. You want to get either a utility item or a Blink Dagger, and then you want to just try to initiate and set up for your team, or wait until the fight gets put in a position where you can get a really big AoE combo. So I was expecting to see Blink Dagger from him, but it looks like he's building toward a Yule first. Already committing now for the Void Stone, so will not be a Blink first item for Afu. Yule obviously has its merits when you're against Silencer. Nice way to get rid of that global or keep yourself alive. Can counter the Sand King combo as well if he sees him. Can maybe catch off the PL. If you Yule the PL, you set up a very easy silence for yourself if you're fast enough and have good timing. There's always plays with Yule Scepter. It's a good item in general.
Looks like Cloud9 wants to invade enemy territory.
Oh, that is a Clockwork in trouble.
A lot of trouble. There's no way for Enclave to get out of that one. And the rest of his team is not anywhere near enough to make a counterplay here. We have Afu still pushing on the bot lane, perhaps feeling a little bit more safe to take the tower. Some pressure. There's 4 people behind this tower, and
Radiant's
even
bottom
Fata is still
tower is
fairly
under
close
attack.
by. He does now teleport bottom to defend that tower.
You might be able to kill him if he lands all his spells here.
See, he gets a stun out. Yeah, okay,
Radiant's
yeah.
middle tower is under
See ya.
attack.
Easy.
This'll come in handy.
That was
That's going to be his bloodstone. He has it in 200.
Double damage!
Radiant's
Pressure top.
bottom
Unless
tower
Monkey King
is
kills him
under
on the way
attack.
out, though.
Oh, the stun misses. Fata in trouble. Global silence coming out. He got the lifesteal there though, but he needs to attack. He gets the kill. MSS gets the epicenter off. He's in a lot of trouble though, Monet. Can he get that going there? He's still alive for the moment. He gets some lifesteal back and he kills off
Radiant's
that
bottom tower is
Sand
under
King.
attack.
I always am so amazed that a Monkey King can live through that. He was so low for the longest time, it looks like his health doesn't even die. He basically lifestole the same amount as he took.
Jingo Mastery is a pretty good ability.
Pretty strong. In the meantime, on the top lane, AY is getting chased down. There's a Death Prophet with his ultimate on, and that was the death.
Looks like LFY are starting to do LFY things now with this spread on the map again. Like Monet is down here, reads the movement of the Lina, kills him off alone.
There's a pilot die. Stuck in cogs with Inflame. Exactly where Inflame wants him. Flare there, a couple of hits needed, and that's a dead silencer. That means across the map, everybody died apart from Envy in the last minute or so.
Yeah. It's just very coordinated the way they're moving around, and this Monkey King play as well was really nice. Like he jumped on the tree, Fata saw him, and then he jumped down before the stun came off on the tree, kills Fata, and then the clockwork connected, and they got the secondary
Radiant's
kill on the
top
Sand
tower
King,
is under
and then
attack.
clock straight onto the next play, again. Just very, very efficient, and they're still keeping up on the farm while doing this.
Yeah, they caught up. The Cloud9 was a bit ahead at some point,
Yeah,
but
this Monkey King's so rich. Wow, it's really far ahead.
with the Battle Fury,
Yep.
I'm amazed. Do not try this at home.
Exactly, I was thinking this. Don't.
Like, this is not gonna be
With
thick.
all due respect to our dear viewers, you cannot play like this. You cannot do this.
Don't do that to your pubs. Don't do that to my pubs.
This requires a particular skill set
Yes.
to be able to play like this. It's
And a
very
particular
impressive
scenario
so
as
far.
well, because he does build it, as you said, probably to deal with the Phantom Lancer, to be able to, just in case Cloud9 does make it to late game, they want to have something to deal with those illusions. You gotta be prepared for everything.
The weakness of this Battle Fury
Dire's
build-up is
middle
compared to
tower
other
is
Monkey
under
King builds.
attack.
Like sometimes you would have a bit more tankiness early on. Oh, wait a second, mid lane. That's a
no,
dead enemy, I think.
Global Silence comes out to try and help him. His doppelganger is up, but he doesn't get it off. Nice Burrow Strike. Epicenter though up on 2. Clockwork, as well as DDC's Dazzle. Go down. Phantom Lancer. No, you got 2 in return.
Nice counterplay, and they get the tower as well.
Yeah. It's actually slightly worth it, especially with that tower helping out. You don't
Dire's
see that
middle
in the
tower
gold chain,
has
but
fallen. Radiant's bottom
does
tower
make a
is under
difference.
attack.
So what I was getting at with this Monkey King build, just to quickly try to summarize what
Yeah.
makes this difficult to play, is that Monkey King as a hero depends so much on getting the Jingu mastery stacks up. That's what makes the hero strong in fights, is that you get those stacks running. And in order to enable that, you would often see Monkey Kings go for fairly stat-heavy builds, something like Sanjin Yasha as a core or Vanguard, that type of build, so you can get Jingu up. When you go for Battle Fury, your margin for error in fights is very small, because if you get caught out, you have almost nothing defensively to fend for yourself. So he needs to play very, very cleanly in the fights. And he's done.
He already used his stun. He's silenced up now as well. He's trying to make it out to safety. He's got some help from his teammate. Envy, Highlight Die, AY, they're all there, but they're all not able to save him. Does end up dropping. Clockwork's Flare.
Yep.
Radiant structures
Killed off by the flare, and there goes the
fortified.
tower.
That's a sad way to go.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Another
is
very
under
quick
attack.
and aggressive play from LFY, diving in between the towers there and finding the Lina. Grab that tower as
Radiant's
well.
bottom tower has fallen.
And now the thing is, if Monkey King is in this position and he gets this build and it's going this well, he's actually going to get so farmed this game. Monkey King has really good damage, so this Battle Fury is going to very quickly clean up waves. He can wave clear so quickly because he, in addition to having this Battle Fury, he has 2 AoE abilities. Both the Primal Spring and the Boundless Strike will be able to clear out waves and camps quickly, so we'll see Monet get very, very farmed.
It almost feels also somewhat like it doesn't really
Oh, he got
matter.
pinged out. He got pinged out. So I'm jumping.
Oh, and he's actually realizing that it's too late. He's still... Oh, the damage is
That's
still...
gonna hurt.
Radiant's
Wait, what?
middle
No, because it's
tower is
maximum
under
damage.
attack.
It's maximum range. At some point, if you're maximum range, it stops doing that extra damage.
It didn't even hit though. Why did it not hit?
Because it's maximum range.
Dyer's
Well,
top
then it
tower
does the
is
maximum
under
damage it
attack.
can. It didn't even hit.
No, I don't think it's doing maximum damage. I think if you teleport, it just does the damage of a right click. Doesn't it?
Do you think he got so
Dire
far away with
are
all those
scanning.
jumps that it actually, like, I'm not even sure about this.
I'm confused as well. But,
It could be. You might be right. Maybe he jumped so far away that the rules for the
so
spell...
speedy. Oh, this could be big.
Dead Dazzle on the menu.
Dead Dazzle on the menu. No grave available. Global Silence used as well. We also have got ourselves a dead Fada, because at the back, the rest of LFY, they came to try and avenge their Dazzle. Paladai tries to run away from this one. He doesn't have any spells left available to help his team or to help his survival.
That could have gone.
Another
Dyer's top tower
exchange.
is under
Afu died on the
attack.
other side of the fight. Very split out fight, which actually helps Cloud9 a lot, because it could have been a lot worse for either team, I guess.
Yeah, the Boundless Strike didn't hit anyone. I think he hit it in between two targets, else that could have been a lot better for LFY. But yeah, 2-for-2 exchange. Pretty alright overall. The main thing is still just how farmed this Monkey King is getting. The 4k difference in net worth is the Monkey King.
But Monkey
He is
King
the gamer.
is a fairly squishy hero, right? And at the moment, he's just building damage. Well,
Yeah.
he's building BKB next, but he has damage. So the survivability for him,
This
other than
BKB is going
being
to be
evasive.
They can't really kill him in BKB with their current heroes. PL needs a lot of build-up time to kill heroes through that. Lina is not farmed enough. The Enchantress Impetus is a chance, but the way Monkey King takes fights, he's going to pop this BKB and just start hitting heroes, and if his lifesteal procs, he's immortal.
Yeah.
Because then he can lose like 1500 health, press his first spell, the Boundless Strike, and just go back to full. So this BKB is going to be a really big item. LFY again, just showing why they're the best of the group so far. Like the moves and the decisions they're making, just really high class. Especially that bottom tower kill they got after diving Fatsa the way they did. Just reading the movements on the map very well. Just playing with really high confidence. Mid lane, Afu's gonna go in.
Yeah, this Sand King is
Boundless.
having a rough time. He gets the Force Staff up, and he's silenced up. He's trying to get out. He's trying to run. In the meantime, the hookshot hit upon Fada. Fada also trying to escape.
Oh, nice stun.
His Sand King buddy is not able to make it out, but at
Wait.
least Fada. No, he gets used. Sun misses. Super in the base. He denies himself.
Radiant's
Wait, what
middle
broke the
tower
tree of
is under
Monet?
attack.
He jumped on a tree and then he got stunned.
Dyer's bottom
Maybe his
tower
teammate?
is under attack.
Yeah, it could have been. I'm not sure what did it. I thought it was Fatsa stun, that's why I was like, wow, what a nice stun.
Did Afu boulder over it?
It could be. Maybe that's what happened.
The rest of Cloud9, by the way, decided not to come. We've got a pushing Phantom Lancer Envy on top, and Bailadai was pushing bottom. Oh, hello. Monet finds Envy. Let's see if that Battle Fury works. The Ballad, it hits! It hits! Can he stop him from teleporting out? Does he do enough damage? One more hit! Oh, that was so close!
It did so much damage this week.
And that range is always such crazy.
This is really fascinating for me to watch because I haven't seen a Monkey King like this before.
I don't think anybody has. I don't think anybody wants to, but yeah.
And there's a couple of players in Heimemar pub games that also play core Monkey King, but I just haven't seen it with this effect and this kind of build and playstyle. And then you transfer that into a competitive environment, and it's just a totally different story.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's very nice to see.
Well, surgically, LFY is removing all towers from the map. They
So-
got the towers mid. They go to top.
Radiant's top tower.
So we were
has
saying
fallen.
early on, giving Cloud9 props on their early movements and saying that they had a good shot at this game, and it was
Yeah.
nice to see that they had solved some of their, or learned from some of their mistakes. and
You're
done better.
you're talking in past
Radiant's top
tense.
tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
Because we'll wait and see bottom here.
Oh yeah, the Burrow Strike, Death Rock.
This is not
Oh,
an in
Global
goal.
Silence, a defensive one again. Is it defensive and successful is a question.
Radiant's
Jules is
top
still there, so
tower is
Fada
under
cannot escape. Stunned up, and there's no way. And this time he cannot. Suicide.
SS will probably get out of this one alive, actually.
They know where he is, so he used to flare to see him. He's got
Radiant's
force
top
available.
tower.
Oh, if Afu reads this one now.
Maybe probably.
Wow.
He does.
All right,
Fine zone.
get out of here.
So that's a defensive
Radiant's
global
top tower
silence
is
that
under
didn't
attack.
even ended up being.
It didn't save
successful.
anyone.
Yeah. Meantime, top lane, there was still some pushing happening. Monet uses BKB. He actually got fairly low there as well, but he still has the Aegis as well. Chasing up Paladai. Paladai turns around for a curse. Diving ends here. as Monet pops his ultimate so that Super can go for the tower. And Envy cannot chase, so this is just Monet just sitting there. Helps against the illusions as well. Cute little play. Looks like Cloud9 might chase this. Nah, they're not.
Yeah, they're going to disengage here. So what I was getting at before was that Cloud9 did very well in the early phases, and again, it's like a similar pattern where the movements of LFY are just better coordinated and they're successful. And Cloud9, they've had a couple of really nice counterplays and like trades early on, but overall the economy of the game, the efficiency of their movements is just not, it just doesn't compare. Like this Monkey King is so farmed because he's just being very effective with how he's moving around. He's farming at the right times. He's moving toward kills at the exact correct moments. And in comparison, we had moments previously where, for example, the PL and the Lina were in the mid lane together for almost a minute, and it just slows down their progression in the game a lot, where LFY are just way more efficient. Cloud9, this will be a good set of replays to watch to learn something about themselves and their gameplay so far, where LFY just, if they can take something away from this set, that could be very helpful moving onward.
So,
whether they win or lose this game, by the way.
Yeah.
Even if they manage to come back into this game, it's looking really grim right now.
Yes.
And this is a position they could have avoided being in with some better moves.
So you remember when you said that LFY looks this good in a previous LAN as well, and then at some point they just got figured out and basically owned. What is there to figure out about this team? Because it feels like it's not like they do this with any hero. If they play like this with any hero, it doesn't really matter because they just seem to know their exact limits for everything they do. I
think right now, if you're planning to counter this team, you don't look so much at the draft, but more at the playstyle. It's got to be about how they ward and move around on the map and set up these skirmishes where they are successful. And have the right numbers. But how do you
deal with that?
You look at their replays, you look at their plays, and then you try to either bait them and set up team fights that they think are good for them, and then it turn out to be baits, or you make things yourself that type.
Global silence coming out. It is not saving anybody just yet. It's just actually it is making sure that LFI backs off. But it's another defensive global, and they didn't even catch in flame. What's what they are trying to do? Aegis gets taken back, so at least Cloud9 doesn't have to worry about that anymore. It's a scary team to face, and it's a scary time for Cloud9 as well. They do try to continuously have those lanes pushed out so that they.
Oh, Envy's in trouble here.
Yeah, he thought.
Oh, they mistimed a little bit.
Mistimed the silence.
Mistimed again.
Doesn't matter. There's still the Boundless Strike. Light Strike Array coming out. Envy going for the right click. Doesn't matter though. Monet, the Wicked Sick, gets a kill on the Sand King as well. That's a double already. Fada having to run away. Gets a stun up on Super, but the chases on Afu misses the boulder. AY gets the heal off, so he should be okay depending on what Monet is planning right here. Is jumping forward. He's looking for the right time to go in and help his team. AY, oh, those spirits, they just get him and just kill him off. And Monet didn't actually decide to jump down. He was waiting. Maybe Pilot Eye came close enough. Maybe Fada came close enough, but
he may have had cooldown on Primal Spring actually. He was in the tree with his tree dance, and then he jumped from tree to tree instead of jumping down.
Well, he wasn't needed for the kill on the Enchantress in the end, and Pilot Eye and Fada stayed far enough away to be safe.
Something that seems to be the case with this LFY team is they play with extreme confidence in their moves. There's like no second thoughts in what they're doing. So you need to be as confident as them as when you go in and just commit for what you're doing. Cloud9 seems to not be on the same page or completely sure what they're doing in a lot of the moves. Damage going on.
Yeah, this is not going great for Cloud9. Can they force back LFY out of their base? They need to put everything in there if they want to have a shot, but they can't because the Sand King's already dead, and even if he was alive, there's no epicenter anymore because he already used it. Tried using it, Fada comes in a bit too close, and there was a tree, there was a monkey.
Oh my god, this Monkey King's hitting so damn hard.
he's just able to dominate. This Monkey King is not died. He's 10-0, 6 GG's. Call LFY. I mean, 10-0 and 6 on the Monkey King in terms of kills. It is also 10 wins.
4 correct predictions. Yeah.
Yes. Got him. But it's 10 wins for LFY. They're still on top of the group, and they're the only undefeated team. And you you already mentioned that perhaps they haven't faced the top ones of their group just yet, but it's looking already as a very impressive record.
They are so good. This team is so good. And when you play like this in the groups, this doesn't, like, the thing about this format is that this obviously doesn't secure you a very high placement in the tournament, but I just think when you see how this team is playing and how flexible they are in picks,